Welcome to my channel, fresh off the shelves. This is Cowansim's Bell 206 Longranger. It is a development of the original 206 being a little bit longer and having a more powerful engine. Cowansim released its Bell 206 just a couple of months ago. Now that he added the Longranger, I wanted to do a short aircraft review and first flight to see what the differences are, if there are any. Exterior design is, as usual, pretty outstanding. As for the interiors, they're basically the same as in the Jet Ranger. After switching on the battery, we're going to check our caution warning lights, as well as the TOT light. You can mute that warning horn if you like. Make sure that the fuel valve is closed, and very important that the hydraulics are switched on. Going to make a quick control check, as usual. In Cowansim's models, the throttle is supposed to be assigned to the wing sweep axis. The only thing that I notice about the interiors is that the vertical column that separates the windshield, for my taste, seems a little bit slim compared to the original, but that's not a big problem. Anti-collision lights to on, check that all circuit breakers are in, especially the aft and forward fuel pumps. A nice thing that all of these circuit breakers seems to be simulated and operable. I'm setting the timer, and after 5 seconds I'm going to press the starter. Startup procedure is the same as in the Jet Ranger. Keep the starter depressed until the gas producer shows 58% or more, and at about 12% add in fuel via the throttle. Well, something went wrong here. Let's try again. Now it's firing. Keep an eye out on the TOT gauge, turbine out temperature, so we don't get a hot start. Second from above, second column from the left. Engine out light extinguished, so we can let go of the starter. And we're going to wait for 1 minute to let the engines warm up. Looks terrific, rotor animations are good, sound as well. After 1 minute warm up, I'm going to roll on throttle until the gas producer is at 70%, and then I'm going to activate the generator. Let's set the altimeter. We're at Oxford Municipal. That's the little GA airport or airstrip that I used to do some crop dusting with the MD500 in one of my recent videos. And I remember it to be a little bit above 1,000 feet main sea level. It's 1,195 feet. Rolling on throttle to 70% on the gas producer. Generator to on, and we can now switch on the avionics as well. Slowly opening up the throttle to full while making sure that we don't exceed 40% on the torque gauge. Needle split test to check the freewheeling unit of the main rotor hub. And once we're at 100% RPM, we are ready to go. You can beep up and down the RPM by the RPM increase and decrease switch on the collective. Alright, this is a first flight. I haven't picked up the machine yet. I've just downloaded and installed it. Altimeter to on and recheck that the hydraulics is in the on position. So let's give it a go. Anticipating a little bit of left power pedal and slowly increasing collective. I expect the hovering sweet spot to be a little bit off to the left and aft of center, so that's where I keep my cyclic. And we're up, a little bit of a left skid low situation, pretty much as it's supposed to be in the Jet Ranger. So the Long Ranger seems to be dead stable, I have to say. It's a very easy hover. It's very solid in the air. So I think there was definitely a flight model change compared to the Bell 206. So Cowansim did not just add a different 3D model, but he also gave us a little bit of a different flight model here. Let's set it down again. That was our first hover test. And let's pick it up again. Notice the pitch changes of the engine, so we can actually hear the governor adjusting RPM. Alright, let's make a pedal turn to the right, just letting go of the left pedal, maintaining that slight left skid low position during the turn. Very stable platform, so much more stable than the 206 Jet Ranger, which is quite a bit more responsive. I wondered about that in the initial flight model of the 206 Jet Ranger. There's quite a big difference between those two. Let's hover taxi to the runway. As usual, there is a nice little menu that lets you configure the aircraft to your own liking. So let's accelerate and take off on runway 17 here. Keeping the cyclic a little bit to the left during acceleration and transition into ETL. And then a little bit to the right to counter the effect of dissymmetry of lift. If you want to know what these phenomenons are, just check out my video on how to fly a helicopter in a sim, episode Climb, Cruise and Descent. There is ETL, you get a good climb, but I'm not going to climb any further. I will fly a left-hand crosswind runway 17 here, and then return to the field. This is going to be just a quick comparison between the 206 Jet Ranger and the 206L Longranger by Cowansim. So far it seems to be up to par with Cowansim's other great payaway helicopters. Flight model is a little bit different compared to the 206 in that it is a little bit less responsive to cyclic inputs. You can hear a blade slap sound now being mixed in as we do this rather tight turn. That's very nice. Sound is very good. As we go for the approach, one question that comes to mind, at least came to my mind, do I actually need a 206L Longranger? If you look at the aircraft from the outside, you'll notice that it looks very similar to the Bell 407, and indeed the 407 was developed from the Bell Longranger. So if you own the Bell 206 and you want to get another Bell aircraft, I probably would recommend to buy the 407 instead. After all, it's the more powerful aircraft and also the faster aircraft. It's going to cost you an extra $2 to get Dreamfoil's Bell 407. However, if you want to have the complete set, so to speak, this is a very nice aircraft. As you can see, deceleration works like a charm. No surprises there. I love that I need a little bit of a right pedal when lowering the collective and descending. It's all there in this flight model, so kudos to Cowansim. However, if you are on a tight budget and you don't want to, well, basically buy an aircraft that you already own, if you have the Jet Ranger or the Bell 407, then you might want to save your money for something entirely different. We're going to come in for landing and set it down, and that's going to be it for our little aircraft review / first flight. It's very easy to fly. I didn't have any problems. It does exactly what it is supposed to do. The transition into ETL is very good. Hovering feels very natural. Deceleration and descent also was very convincing. Sounds are great, and exterior and interior design, as usual with Cowansim, also is very, very nice. The flight dynamics have changed compared to the Bell 206 Jet Ranger. I find this aircraft to be more stable, the Bell 206 Jet Ranger being a little bit more sensitive on cyclic control. Alright, we're down, so that concludes my first flight with the Longranger. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think about it. At the end, you're going to see a size comparison between the Bell 407, the Longranger, and the Jet Ranger from top to bottom. That seems about right, and that concludes this video. I hope you had fun, and I hope to see you around next time. See ya!